Well, last week, Green Party MP Te Anau Tuiono's private member's bill to repeal a 1982 immigration law which denied Samoans living in New Zealand from becoming citizens. It was drawn from the ballot, and the bill would give people from Western Samoa who were born between 1924 and 1949, the right to New Zealand citizenship. Now, here to discuss this further is MP Te Anau Tuiono, as well as former Member of Parliament and Samoan community leader, Anai Arthur Anai. Welcome to you both. Thank you for coming on the program.
Oh, kia ora and talofa, great to be here.
Te Anau, first of all to you. It's the luck of the draw, really, isn't it, to have the private member bill pulled out from the biscuit tin, and you got lucky last week.
I got lucky last week, and my bill got pulled out of the biscuit tin. Stoked about it. You know, I'm a first-term MP as well, so it's great to have the bill pulled out as well, and sort of building on the aspiration that we wanted and continue to want from the Dawn Raids apology that we had just over the last 2 years. Yeah.
Anai, this is something you have been pushing for years. 20 years ago this year, actually, you marched to Parliament, 100,000 signatures in a petition. How did it feel for you to see that come before Parliament?
Well, first of all, congratulations, Te Anau, for doing it in the first place, and to come out was just mind-boggling, really. And so I'm really thrilled. You know, the time has come for us to now take it to the next level.
It is about timing, isn't it? For this to come forward now, tell us, what's the likelihood of it getting support across Parliament? You've spoken to different parties, Te Anau.
Yeah, I've spoken to folks in the Labour Party, also in the National Party, talked with folks in the ACT Party, initially when we put the bill in as well. In order to get it through the House, it will need support from the Labour Party and the National Party. So if you've got connects there, please reach out to them and tell them to support the bill.
Tell us a little bit more about the detail of it. Is it something that Samoa would not like happen, or how many people would be affected by it?
When we first put the bill into the ballot, I went and had a chat with the High Commissioner of Samoa. There's a new High Commissioner of Samoa who will be in Wellington soon, so I'm looking forward to going and having a chat with him as well to sort of talk about, to see where they are at. We did a little bit of research in terms of how many people would be impacted by this. It's around. According to the research that we got, it's less than 5,000 people, probably a lot less than that as well. So it's not a huge number of people, but it is incredibly important, I think, to strike this racist piece of legislation from the statute books.
And you think it could affect a lot more people than that in terms of, you know, helping, especially for Samoa, labour mobility as well?
Well, my concern is, first of all, the Privy Council ruling stands. We know that. It can't be touched. But this is fantastic. Although, from my point of view, there's two things that need to happen. First of all, we need Protect Samoa for a start. And that's the big concern that's been there all the time. The mass migration could have massive influences in Samoa. So I would say that I'm looking for visa issuance on arrival for Samoans, and that gives them a visa to either work or visit, but not to be accepted anything else that we've got going here.
Okay,
right?
So just to break that down, what you're saying is you don't want to see a turn where all Samoans will be given New Zealand citizenship, the heirs, which what originally was in that law.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying we can't go to that because the damage that could do is quite serious for Samoa.
Okay.
Right? And this has always been the stand of the former Prime Minister. But to me, the most important thing is that there are Samoans that were born before 1949 who are still in Samoa. They were denied their rights to ever come here. I think New Zealand owes those people their superannuation. And I think that's what we should be striving with this bill that's come through now, to make sure that we make an effort that all those who are denied their rights get what they deserve. And that can be done quite easily and simply. And the other thing, to have an in-depth discussion with the Samoan government exactly how we're going here. Because when I took this up originally, Samoan Prime Minister at the time said to me, this is a New Zealand domestic problem. It is not our problem, right? But in between that, I understood what was going on, and I was never for that because of my concern. I just wanted recognition that this was passed and action should have been taken. But it was taken the wrong way. But today, you've got to look at the world as we are today. If Samoa loses all its talent by coming to New Zealand, we have a serious problem.
Tiano, how likely do you think this will actually happen?
Well, it's as likely as the Labour Party and National Party would like it to be likely. It will get a first reading. It did get pulled out of the biscuit tin. So the way that the process works for the folks at home is you have a first reading, and if it gets enough votes, then it then moves to the Select Committee, gets a second reading, and then on to a third reading with the Committee of the Whole House in the middle. So the likelihood is around the support from the different political parties.
Tiano, Anai, thank you both for coming on the program. We will be watching this closely as well.
Thank you.